Good morning, everyone. I'm Lori. Welcome back to Milkweeds and Roses. Well, here it is, summer. Crazy hot weather expected, but also heavy rains in the next several days. So this is a good time to take advantage of the weather and do some early summer cleanup in the garden. Let me show you what I'm talking about, okay?
Sure, we loved this and this. But watching daffodil foliage die back to the ground is not an easy thing. We want everything to look beautiful in our gardens, and this is not beautiful. So how do you know when it's time to cut it back? Can you do it now? Well, daffodils need about 6 to 8 weeks to have this foliage turn mostly yellow and brown, and that dying foliage is what's feeding the bulb for next year's bloom. So if you cut it back when it's still green and strappy, no matter how ugly it is, you're actually sacrificing next year's bloom. Luckily, I have some daffodil foliage from the north garden that is definitely ready. So let's get to it.
Okay, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not as good at cutting foliage and holding the phone at the time. That's kind of a Laura thing, do you know what I mean? But this is so ripe, I can pretty much just pull it away. It's not a whole, the dead ones, you know? Okay, it's pretty wet here. Like I said, we did have a rain last night. Now this is daffodil foliage left over from the spring, but it has died back to the ground. It's brown, it's laying down, so that's a good time when you know it's already fed all the nutrients it can into the bulb for the year. So it's okay to remove it at that point.
There's also some fading Camassia foliage here. You'll notice mostly yellow and brown that needs to be cleaned up. And the hostas, some things need to be thinned. They're planted a little too close, and slugs have taken over. Same thing with this lungwort. So that's where just cleaning this up will help improve the circulation and help reduce some of the slug buffet. Because you'll notice on this side where it's planted closely and has slug damage, just here on the other side of the fence, where there's more room to breathe, at least for the lungwort, there isn't slug damage. There's also a healthy wood chip mulch underneath there, shredded mulch, cedar mulch. And even though it gets equal amounts of moisture, there isn't slug damage, not on the hostas, not on the lungwort. So it just comes down to good plant hygiene. Now, some hostas are more susceptible. This is a slug-resistant variety, and it shows. But the lungwort shouldn't be having some slug damage right now. So if I just clean that up, thin it out, that's would certainly help improve the picture.
Some of the things that I need, I've got my Felco pruners, which is good. I also, because we're dealing with some pretty rough foliage, that's what makes it rabbit-proof, by the way. The lungwort has toothed foliage, very spiky kind of foliage underneath. If you touch one, you'll know exactly what I mean. So I've got my long gloves. So I'll show you, you've seen the before. Let me show you the after. Okay, so it's all cleaned up and definitely looking better. That's it for now. I know that it's kind of a refreshing task to get it done before the storms come. And by the way, it's not like I even need to look at a weather app to know that storms are coming. I mean, look at my hair. This is my barometer. That's how I know, okay? The curls show up and the storms are soon to follow. Oh, heck. Well, thanks for joining me here on Milkweeds and Roses. So many more things to do and to look forward to. I'll see you next time. Bye.